Y'all know what I'm getting ready to say, right? Lay back on this. My son's name is Kambreion. So let me introduce myself. I'm his mom. I don't look like his mom when I put my wig on. Okay? I put my wig on and I look like I'm his little sister. That's how they be treating me anyway. My kids don't treat me like I'm their mama. They act like they my little brothers or something. And they fight like it too. I had kids that act like they my brothers. They worse than a pack of wolves. There's something wrong with them. And they eat everything. Don't cook no whole chickens around my kids. They gonna come up missing. And they only gonna leave your mocha ass enough lasagna for you to know you made it. Kambreion and William and Damon and Jason in the mail. Anyway, Kambreion is back at it again. Never a dull moment with this dude. Ever. It's never a dull moment with this dude. I moved out to ghetto on my own. Well, the ghetto we was staying in. Because I'm in another goddamn ghetto in a different state. Y'all tripping. Anyway, Kambreion is back at it again. This time, we done moved. Whether he was paying attention that we switched houses or not, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not. But we wasn't living where we was living. We had moved somewhere else and started living somewhere else. And he started going to school somewhere else. Apparently, he didn't get the memo. Because this is for the moms with 7, 8, 9-year-old kids. And then they turn into 10, 11, and 12-year-old kids with some serious ass backwards issues. So these for the moms with the 10, 11, and 12-year-old kids. This is why I got this shirt on, because you're going to need a security guard for this. Okay, so my son decided to get kicked off the bus. His school is about 4.3 miles away from the house. Each way. Actually, the other one is further. Anyway. He hit a nerve, okay? That was just a reaction from when I went through it, for real. So if you see my eye twitching in this. Anyway, Kambreion, he know I love him to death. 37 hours worth of trouble. It's definitely worth it. It is, because that's my baby. Yup, don't, because I will. Especially about that one. So he decided he got kicked off the bus at the last school he was attending because he couldn't remember the bus he was supposed to catch for the new school he was attending. So instead of him saying, "Mom, can you give me a ride to school in the winter?" he went to the bus stop and pretended. Willie done it too. I got some stories about him too. But he pretended to be at school with them and was at the bus stop, and his friend ain't had no coat in the winter. He ain't had no coat. Kambreion only had on a t-shirt. I don't know what the hell be wrong with this boy. I be fully clothing his ass when he leave the house. In the wintertime, I wouldn't send him outside with no fucking t-shirt and a sports jacket. I wouldn't do that because it's winter. Where's your hat, gloves, whatever? Where are your fucking clothes? I know this is an issue I have every day with him. Hat, gloves, socks, shoe, coat. The boy will come home. Now, he ain't gonna leave with, he gonna leave what he's supposed to have. But when he get back home, only he coming back. This is every day. Back at it again. That's a whole nother story. He goes to the bus stop and give his coat to his friend who don't got no coat. The bus come. Instead of Kambreion getting his coat back, the boy get on the bus with the coat. Bus driver was like, "Cam, you know you can't get on this bus. You're suspended." And she pull off. Because he was trying to get on the bus to get his coat. That's what he said. She wouldn't let him get his coat. And you get suspended off the bus if you throw stuff out the window. Kambreion knows that because he got caught throwing his homework out the window. That's why he got kicked off the bus. It wasn't because he was fighting, because he was throwing his homework out the window, tearing it up, throwing it out the window. Just love my little Pooker Duke. Yeah, I love my little Pooker Duke. Anyway, he walked to school. Because in his brain, since he's suspended, if he walk, by the time he get to the school will be over. And then he could get a ride home on a different bus. Because he wasn't kicked off the afternoon bus. He was kicked off the morning bus. He don't be telling me shit. He throw the papers off the bus. Because that's what Kambreion does. That's how his brain works. The way it won't. So he decides to walk to school in 100 degrees. Burr. Like Gucci Man. Burr. Icy. Burr. Snow. Burr. I don't know what's wrong with him. Half the time I be having to evaluate if he mind. Because I don't do this shit. This is how I know that's his daddy's child. It ain't I carried it, okay? But that ain't my son. That's his daddy's child. He belongs straight to you. Back to the story. So, the administrative peoples at the dumbass school, Highland Grove. Yeah. Fuck all y'all. Kambreion didn't tell her we moved. She literally on the phone trying to go ham. Trying to. Your son came into this school for freezing. It's 14 degrees outside and he had on no coat. Did he tell you why he had on no coat? Kambreion ain't gonna tell you shit. Kambreion is gonna let the adults handle it because they're adults and he a child, but he's smart enough to know how adults handle shit. So he just let y'all keep going. Cause really, he wanna see who gonna cuss each other out first. And they actually scared of me. That's why they keep their distance, because they know I go up one side, down another within 1,000 seconds. So he freezing. First of all, the fuck are you talking about? Before you keep running your mouth, lady. What? Huh? What you saying? I can't hear you. You was talking to me? Well, Miss Bigby, it's Miss Young. You done? Huh? What? Well, we have him up here at this school and we need you to come pick him up. Why? What do you do now? Well, he doesn't have a coat. We'll give his ass one and send him home. Well, he's kicked off the bus. Which bus? Because I know he kicked off the morning bus. I got the letter in the mail this morning. Is he kicked off the afternoon bus? She was like, no. I said, is this Linden Grove? She said, yeah. Well, he shouldn't be at your school because he don't go to that school no more because we moved. He go to Comstock. She goes, Comstock? Yeah. You know how far that is from y'all? She's like, oh, so you didn't even live in our school district anymore? No. So where my son at? Oh, he's here with me in the car warming up. Oh, when you gonna apologize? She's like, well, I'm sitting outside your house. What house? You ain't sitting outside my house. I just told your stupid ass I moved. Where do you think I live? She was like, on 8th Street, I moved. Shout out to 8th Street, though. North Side, Polar Bear. Hey! Anyway, where you staying now? Gull Road. Where? Gull Road. Gull Road. G-U-L-L Road. You know how to spell R-D, right? She was like, you don't have to get smart. Well, shit, you didn't have to get loud, but here we are. And the only reason why I ain't snapping the fuck out right now is because there's somebody standing in front of me that I don't want to see me like that right now. Because we just met. So, how long is it going to take you to bring my son home? Well, I don't have any gas. You should have thought about that before you start running your mouth. I don't have no patience. Now, if I got to come get him, we know how that's going to go. You're going to have to have my gas money when I get there. You might want to drop him off. Well, I've already notified CPS and called the authorities. For what? Because this is child abuse. Ask his stupid ass what he was wearing when he left the house. Check his backpack. So she look in his backpack. What she find? His sweater, his hat, his gloves, his fucking socks, and a hoodie. He had everything he needed to put on in the bag. He was too cold to do it because he's stupid. That's what I had to deal with at 10. And she cussing me out. Not knowing I'll slap the shit out of her and get away with it and not give a damn about y'all pressing charges, because I'll show up at your job every fucking day till you give me a restraining order. That way we ain't got to meet. Paranormal activity, I saw that. But that's real. Long story short, the boy came home was grounded on top of being suspended. So, of course, Spider-Man on the wall, which means you have him in the Spider-Man position. Ladies, this works. You have him face the wall, or her. This, I don't, Spider-Man come in flavors. You put your right arm semi up, your left arm semi up. Well, the left arm should be lower than the right arm. The right arm should be higher because you were right, and let them reach for the stars. And then don't forget the knees. One leg has to be in the knee bent position up against the wall. They can't touch the wall. Keep playing with me. Ask Kambreion about the Spider-Man position. Ask him to recite. And he'll say, Kambreion is a well-mannered, well-behaved young gentleman. Kambreion is a scholar. Kambreion is a leader. Kambreion is a positive thinker. Kambreion expects excellence and nothing less than the best. If it's not to put food in his stomach or money in his pocket, it's a waste of Kambreion's time and knowledge. Keep fucking with me. Mine are trained. Anyway, Kambreion survived, apparently. He's 23 now, with a baby. I love telling this stories because she's going to give him hell. And grandma's job is to make sure she gets rewarded for it, just like dad did me. Sido's out.